Okay, so we're going to have 4 end of the fourth triangles trying to approximate this area, which is 2 pi r times h. And I've drawn some of our triangles.
Yeah.
And you can see that this line goes on the inside of the circle.
Yeah.
Okay? And so now I've tried to look from the top, and that line here is this line. And you can imagine the middle here and a triangle coming out like that.
Yeah.
Okay, can you see that?
Yeah.
So this line that connects these two dots goes inside the circle, and it's a shorter distance than if you go around the circle. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I have to figure out what the height is of our triangle
Yeah.
up to here, and then how long this point is, and I get 1/2 base times height,
Awesome.
right, for the area of a triangle. So all we have to do is figure out what this is, and that's going to involve a little bit of something called trigonometry.
I don't think I learned that.
Yeah, you haven't learned trigonometry yet, but that's okay. I'm going to show you some fun little trigonometry. We have each of these represents 1/2n of the circle, because there's 2 n dots.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, there's 360 degrees in a circle, right?
I think I've learned that.
Yeah, so we have 300, so the degrees here in this angle here, we have the degrees is equal to 360 over 2n. And then, what percent of the circle is that? Well, if the radius was 1, it's a distance 2 pi around the circle. Okay? So we have there's something called radians, and I don't want to get into what those are.
Yeah.
But this is the same thing as 2 pi once around the circle.
Yep.
Over 2n, or which is, what does this fraction simplify to be? 2 pi over 2n simplifies to be?
It's pi over n.
Pi over n. Very good. Okay. Alright, so this distance here, we're going to figure out. Okay, here's the radius of the circle. Here's my angle, which is pi over n.
Yep.
Okay.
This angle's 90.
This angle is 90. Very good. It's a right angle. And so there's some formula from trigonometry that says sine of pi over n equals the opposite, this distance x that we're looking for, over the radius. This is a formula. You have don't worry about what this means. But then there's a formula from calculus that says for small angles.
Yep.
That
So
this
ones
is
that are less than 90.
Yeah, for ones that are less. Well, no, for really small angles. For when this is almost 0, this angle is almost 0, and that's going to happen when n gets really large, like n is 1,000 or something like that. That this is approximately pi over n.
Yep.
So this equals x over r. So this distance x is r times pi over n. That's what x is. This is what some fun, very interesting math from trigonometry and calculus tells you.
Awesome.
So this is approximately equal to r times pi over n. So this distance here is 2r. It's twice that, right? This plus
Yep.
that. 2r times pi over n.
Whoa.
Approximately.
Awesome.
Okay. Now, approximately, what's the height of our triangle here?
The height.
Remember, I sliced it in this. I sliced my.
I think it was n over 2 discs.
And cubed.
N cubed.
So the height. So the height is approximately the height of the cylinder divided by 2n cubed.
Awesome.
Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Now, this is the mistake. Okay, this isn't actually right. Okay, we're going to make a mistake. So what we think here is that since this height is about 2n cubed. Now remember, that height goes from the edge of the cylinder down to the edge of the cylinder. Remember, this point's on the inside.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we tried to approximate. So now we get a triangle area is approximately 1/2 times 2 pi r, 2r times pi over n times h over 2n cubed, which is, cancel the 2's, 1/2 from this 2.
Yep.
Pi times r times h all over n to the 4th. Okay, now we multiply by 4n to the 4th. Okay, what happens? Well, an n to the 4th and an n to the 4th cancel.
And the 4 can cancel.
4 cancels with the 2, and I get 2 pi r h. Hey, 2 pi r h. That's exactly what I got.
Awesome.
But I told you that these triangles were going to converge to have an area of infinity. But
What?
that's not what happened. In fact, the n's canceled out. So like I said, we've made a mistake. Let's go back and find it, okay?